Somewhere in you, there is a tower no one has finished building. Tonight, I would like to take you to the forest where I learned to build mine, stone by stone, and dream by dream. We will walk down slowly, beneath the trees, beneath the roots, into a quiet place in the earth where you keep the part of yourself you have not yet met. And there, you will not have to do anything at all. You will only rest. So let your weight grow honest now. Let the bed take it, all of it. The day you carried, the face you wore for other people, the small, tightened muscles around your eyes that have been holding something open for far too long. You may set it down here. Nothing in this place asks you to perform. Nothing here needs you to be impressive, or finished, or even awake. Let me tell you how it began for me, because I think some part of you already understands. When my mother died, I felt a strange and quiet pull, not toward grief exactly, but toward the ground, toward stone. I did not want words. I wanted something I could touch. So I went to a narrow strip of land, far from the noise of the town, where the trees lean close and the moss grows thick over everything that holds still long enough. And I began, with my own hands, to build a tower out of stone. People asked me why. I had no clever answer. I only knew that something in me needed a shape, and the dream had asked for it first. And if this is helping you settle, you can quietly subscribe for tomorrow night's journey. No pressure at all. Just a small door, left open, for whenever you want to come back. Now, come with me into the trees. The path begins softly. You feel it more than you see it, a faint trail under your feet, worn smooth by something patient. Not stone here, not yet. Just earth, cool and giving, pressing up gently against the soles of your feet. There is a low mist resting over everything, the way breath rests on a cold window, slow, unhurried, asking nothing. It moves when you move and stills when you still. You do not need to find your way. The way is already taking you. The air smells of green and of age, of leaves that fell many seasons ago and turned, slowly, into something soft and dark and kind. With every step, the world behind you grows quieter, and the quiet ahead grows deeper, the way water deepens, the way sleep deepens, fold over fold. You are not leaving anything important behind. You are only setting it down at the edge of the trees, where it will wait for you, faithfully, until morning. I built my tower the same way you are walking now, slowly, without a plan I could explain to anyone. First, a single round room of stone, low and simple, the kind of dwelling a person might have built 10,000 years ago. I wanted to feel what it was to live close to the bone of things. No electric light. I lit the dark with flame in the old way, and let the shadows be long. I drew my own water from the well, and split my own wood, and cooked slowly, and grew quiet. And in that quiet, something in me that had been crowded out for years began, at last, to come forward. Notice the trees now, as the path lifts you deeper in. They are old, older than anything you have ever called old. Their trunks are wide as doorways, wrapped in velvet moss, soft enough that if you laid your palm against them you would feel almost a warmth there, the slow, patient warmth of something that has been alive for a very long time and is in no hurry to be anything else. Run your hand along the bark as you pass. Feel how the moss gives, just slightly, like the nap of an old coat, smooth underneath and woven over with green. These trees have watched 1,000 sleepers pass through this wood. They are not surprised by you. They have been expecting you for years. There is a feeling that comes, sometimes, in a place like this. A feeling that you have been here before, though you know you have not. As if the forest is not new to you, only forgotten. I want you to let that feeling stay. You do not need to explain it. It is one of the oldest feelings there is. We are none of us as new as we believe. Beneath the person you became this lifetime, there is a deeper, older layer. A vast and quiet inheritance, woven through everyone who has ever closed their eyes in the dark and dreamed. You are walking now through a forest that lives in everyone. That is why it feels like coming home. Let your breathing find the rhythm of the path. In A, and the mist parts gently before you. Out, and it closes softly behind. There is nowhere you have to be by any particular time. There is no version of you that has to arrive. There is only this one step, and then the next, and the moss, and the old kind trees, and the slow gray light that does not ask your eyes to work very hard at all. When I had finished that first round room, I thought I was done, but the dreams kept coming, and each one asked for more. So a few years later, I added a second part, and years after that, a tower that rose, and a courtyard, and at the very end of my life, an upper room where I could be entirely myself. It took me 12 years and more, with long pauses in between, because I could only build the next part when the dream for it had ripened in me. I once said the whole place was a kind of confession, written not in words but in stone. A confession of who I was becoming, made slowly enough that I could bear to read it. And I think that is true of you, as well. You are being built. Slowly. In stages you cannot rush. There are rooms in you that have not been added yet, because their dream has not yet ripened. And there is nothing wrong with that. You do not have to be finished to be whole. The tower was whole when it was a single round room, and it was whole when it was complete. Wholeness was never about being done. The path is sloping downward now. Gently, you feel the ground tilt, and your weight settles back into your heels, and the descent carries you the way a slow stair carries you, without effort. The trees grow closer together here, and the light grows soft and gray-green, like looking through old glass. The mist pools lower, around your ankles, cool and kind. And you notice, as you go down, that the world grows quieter still, so quiet that you begin to hear the small sounds underneath the silence. The faint settling of leaves, the hush of your own breath, the slow heartbeat of the earth, if you are patient enough to listen for it. There is a stillness that I only ever found in that place. I once wrote that at the tower, silence surrounded me almost audibly, as though quiet were a thing you could hear, a presence with weight and warmth. Out there, away from the rush, in the company of stone and root and old slow time, I felt for the first time that I was in the midst of my true life. Most deeply myself, not the self I performed, not the self the world required, the self underneath, the one that had been waiting, very patiently, for me to grow quiet enough to find him. You are growing that quiet now. I can feel it in you. The thoughts are slowing. The grip is loosening. Whatever you walked in carrying tonight is beginning, gently, to set itself down among the roots. And the roots are here now. Do you feel them? The great old trees send their roots down through the earth all around you, and the path leads you in among them, into a hollow place where the roots arch overhead like the rafters of a room that grew itself. The walls are earth and stone, cool and smooth and faintly damp, soft with moss in the low places. You could rest your back against the curve of a root here, and it would hold you the way a chair shaped for you alone would hold you. So do that in your mind. Lower yourself down. Let the root take your weight. Let the earth be the wall behind you. You are underground now. In the safest dark there is, cradled in the slow body of the forest, far below the wind, far below the worry, in a chamber no storm has ever reached. I want to tell you about something that lived in stone. At the tower, in the courtyard, there was a great cube of stone that came to me almost by accident, delivered in error, too large for what it was meant for. And instead of sending it away, I kept it. Something in me recognized it. And over time I carved into its faces. A small hooded figure, an old companion of the dark, the one who shows the way at night. And words, in the old tongues, that came to me the way dream words come, not reasoned out, but received. I did not always understand what I had carved until long after. The stone knew things I did not yet know. It was patient with me. It let me catch up. This is the thing I learned, slowly, over all those years of stone and silence. The deepest parts of us do not speak in arguments. They speak in images, in figures, in the strange furniture of dreams. And they are not in a hurry for us to understand. They will carve the same symbol into our nights, again and again, gently, the way water shapes stone, until one quiet day we finally see it. So if there is an image that has been returning to you, a place you keep dreaming of, a figure you keep meeting, a room you keep almost remembering, do not chase it down and demand its meaning. It is not withholding from you. It is only waiting for you to be still enough to receive it, the way you are still now. Let me sit here with you a while, in the root chamber, in the dark that holds you. There is no clock here. No one is waiting. Let your shoulders drop another fraction. Let your jaw go soft, the back teeth unclenching, the tongue resting low. Let the small muscles around your eyes finally let go. You have been holding them so carefully for so long. You may stop now. Nothing here needs watching. A woman came to me once, many years ago, who could not stop dreaming of a dark figure at the edge of her sleep, a shape she could never quite see. It frightened her terribly. She wanted me to make it go away. And I told her, gently, what I will tell you now, that the things we meet in the dark are very rarely there to harm us. More often they are parts of ourselves we have had to leave behind. The anger we were told was unbecoming. The longing we were taught to be ashamed of. The wildness, the grief, the great untamed wanting, all the parts that did not fit the small bright room we were asked to live in. They do not vanish when we exile them. They go down into the forest, into the roots, into the dark beneath the floor of who we think we are. And they wait, not to attack us, only to be let back in. So I asked her not to flee the figure, but to turn, in her imagination, and simply face it. To stay, to ask it, softly, what do you want me to know? And when at last she did, the dark shape was not a monster at all. It was a part of her she had buried so young she had forgotten its face. It had been carrying, all those years, a strength she desperately needed and had been taught to fear. When she welcomed it home, she did not become darker. She became more whole, more herself. The way I became more myself, alone in my tower, in the company of everything I had once been afraid to feel. I tell you this not as a lesson. I tell you because you are here, in the safe dark, and perhaps there is a figure at the edge of your own sleep tonight. A part of you that you have kept down here in the roots, in the cool, quiet earth, because somewhere, long ago, someone made you feel it did not belong. If it should come forward now, into the soft light of this chamber, you do not have to be afraid. You are protected here. The roots are strong. The earth holds you. You might simply look at it, the way you would look at a tired traveler who has walked a very long way to find you. You might simply say, I see you. You can come in now. There is room. And if no figure comes, that is well too. You owe the dark nothing tonight. You may simply rest in the company of all that you are, the seen and the unseen, the day self and the night self, the one who copes and the one who feels. All of them here. All of them welcome. All of them yours. The chamber opens deeper now. Beyond the curve of the roots, the earth gives way to a low passage, and you feel the wider quiet of a cave breathing out toward you. Older air, still and cool and clean. You do not have to go, but if you wish, you may let the path carry you on, the way it has carried you all this way, gently, without your effort. The walls here are smooth stone, worn velvet soft by slow ages of dark. You trail your fingertips along them as you pass and feel the cool of them, the faint damp, the patient smoothness of stone that has been waiting longer than language. This is the oldest place, deeper than the roots, deeper than the trees. Down here, you are below your own name, below the year you were born, below the country, below the family, below the small particular griefs of one single life. Down here is the part of you that is as old as the forest itself, the part that knew how to dream before anyone taught you a single word. There are markings on these walls, if you look, faint shapes, animals and spirals, and the figures of those who came before, who crouched in caves like this one, 10,000 winters ago, and looked into the dark, and felt exactly what you are feeling now. You are not the first to come here. You will not be the last. The cave has held them all, and it holds you now, in the same calm dark, with the same patient love. I came to understand, in my tower, that to go down into the deep places of ourselves is not to fall. It is to descend, on purpose, with a candle, into the cellars beneath the cellars, and to find, against all our fear, that they are not haunted. They are inhabited, by everyone we have ever been, by everyone who has ever been. We are so much vaster, underneath, than the small lit room of daily worry would have us believe. And the way down is not a punishment. It is a homecoming. The deeper you go, the more of yourself you find waiting, patient, and unhurt, and glad you came. So let yourself be down here, in the cave, in the oldest dark. There is nothing to solve, nothing to understand. The understanding, if it comes, will carve itself slowly into you over many nights, the way I carved my stone, the way the dream returns and returns until one quiet morning you simply know. You do not have to reach for it now. You only have to be here, to be held, to be still. Notice how heavy your body has become, pleasantly heavy, sinking, the way a stone sinks into deep moss and is grateful to stop. Your arms, weighted and warm. Your legs, far away now, soft and unmoving. Your breath, slow as the breath of the cave itself, in and out, in no hurry, asking nothing, simply rising and falling like the slow chest of the sleeping earth. In the morning, if anything should remain, an image, a face, a fragment of where you have been, you might keep it. Not to solve, the way you would solve a problem, only to let it stay. I kept my stones that way. I did not always know what they meant. I let them be near me anyway, and trusted that meaning, like moss, would grow over them in its own slow time. You might keep your dreams the same way, gently, without demanding they explain themselves. A small kindness you do for the part of you that speaks only in the dark. But that is for morning, and morning is very far from here. Here there is only the cave, and the cool, smooth stone, and the oldest, kindest dark, and my voice growing softer now, the way a voice does when it knows you no longer need the words, only the warmth underneath them. I stayed in that tower, on and off, for the rest of my life. I added the last room when I was an old man, an upper place, just for me, where I could be entirely and only myself. And I came to feel that the whole of it, every stone I had set, every dream that had asked for the next part, every season of silence had been one slow act of becoming. Not building a house, building a self made true by being made slowly, by being made by hand, by being made in the dark, far below the noise, in the company of roots and stone and the great old quiet that surrounds you now. You are doing the same thing. Tonight, in this moment, as you let go, as you sink, as you give your weight at last to the deep and holding earth, you are setting one more stone. You do not have to see the finished shape. I never saw mine all at once. You only have to set this one, and then rest, and let the next one wait for its dream. So rest now. Truly, the forest is keeping watch. The old trees stand over you, far above, their roots cradling you below. The cave breathes slow around you. The figure at the edge of the dark, if it came, sits quietly nearby, no longer a stranger. And everything you carried in is set down now, at the edge of the trees, waiting faithfully for a morning that is in no hurry to come. Let the words begin to loosen now. Let them come apart, the way mist comes apart. You do not need to follow them anymore. Just the warmth, just the dark, just the smooth, cool stone, and the moss, and the slow earth holding you, holding you. The roots, soft now, the moss, softer, the old trees, far above, and the quiet between them, deeper than sleep. Stone, and breath, and the long, slow dark, going down, and softer, and rest now. And before you drift all the way under, if this journey helped you settle, you might gently tap like, so the next tired soul can find this place too. If a dream of your own is stirring, you might leave it quietly in a comment where I will read it like a stone someone left for me. And if you would like another night journey tomorrow, subscribe and the door stays open. No urgency, no effort, only rest. Sleep well and let the building wait for morning.